What's up? Welcome back. Another episode of Turn Up the Mic. I'm Chris. To my right, I got Roy.
What's up? How's everyone doing this weekend? How you holding up, Chris?
Why you say how's everyone doing this week? It's just me and you here.
Bro, it's still adjustment sometimes. How you holding up, man?
I'm good, man. I'll let you know we have too many guests come through.
That's
How's
true,
it?
bro. We
How's everybody doing?
right.
It's just us.
I'm asking our fans right now.
Yeah, they don't engage. But anyway, man, it is hot these days,
Bro,
right?
it's hot. Like it's stay inside and shit. And then I'm getting like these alerts on my phone. Heat alerts, stay inside. Like don't take your dog outside.
Yeah.
Like what are you supposed to do?
That's like the time to go outside because like if it says don't go outside, the government's trying to hold something or try to hide something against you.
You're still controlling the weather. You still for that?
I think they're up to something, so you got to go out there. If it's a heat stroke, then you
Right.
sue them.
Watch, the weather's gonna be perfect on voting day.
Yeah, and then that's when you don't go outside. But anyway, man, word of the week: entanglement.
Entanglement, bro.
That's wild.
His reaction was like, "What? Entanglement?"
So I guess Jada Smith finally came clean to the world.
What's with that word to describe what they had? It was a relationship. Like she took like a fucking paragraph after that to say, "Yeah, a relationship, an entanglement."
I hate when females are on the hot seat because every time when they gotta confess, they pull down the block. They don't just go to the point. They take a side street. They don't admit they're wrong.
And it's
you know?
and like the way they talk is like, you're supposed to know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, no, what do you mean?
So she came to her own red table talk, which I thought was a good idea until I watched it. I'm like, damn, she's not even answering the hard questions. She's circumventing everything.
Bro, that seems like, so the whole of August like coming out with that wasn't planned, but I think
it was.
Well,
For him?
definitely the red table was planned because I've seen interviews that she's done. I've seen recordings that she's done in the past on Facebook. Bro, Facebook was quick to take off that episode on YouTube and everywhere. They were quick.
They took it off while I was watching it.
They took it. You sent me the link, and I'm like, it's not working. You're like, click the link.
I'm like, how the hell are they working? I'm watching it right now.
Bro, so like that's the only episode I know of that they took off. Like Facebook was quick, so they're getting those views again, those streams.
I think they had like 2 million, 3 million views.
And then shares is ridiculous. Like, it's like Facebook's all, we can actually have a viral video.
Yeah. It was wild, but like, man, I felt so bad for Will Smith. Like while I was watching it,
bro, and like his face, man, he looked like he just holding back the tears.
Like I've seen them eyes before. Like I Am Legend when he choked that dog out.
Yeah,
like that was real emotion.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes,
or in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, with Why Don't You Want Me, Man?
Yes, like it was so hard to watch, and I know they were talking about it's like 3 years old or whatever, but like, damn.
I mean, the way she said it is very heartless. Like to me, she's like 3 years old, like as in it doesn't affect us anymore. Obviously, like it still affects.
Look at his eyes.
Yeah,
like he was a walking Visine commercial, bro.
For real. And he was just like half the time, like but it was funny when he jumped when she said entanglement. He's like entanglement.
Like, what we thinking. Who talks like that? Oh man, I hate that. She talked like a politician, like the world's best drug dealer. Like she ain't answering nothing.
So even if like everything is 100% accurate, right? Will still has the right to that. All basically the dirty laundry from her side came out.
Yeah.
So it just looks like he was at home waiting. You know? And then what would have hurt me the most, and I would think hurt Will the most, is when she's like, he made me feel good, and it was a long time since someone made me feel good.
And she kept saying like, we ain't talked in a while. I'm like, so you keeping track now? Like, what are we doing?
When he's like, and she's like, yeah, basically she said, you didn't make me feel good for a long time.
Right.
He did.
And he literally explained like what, like he was ready to leave her and stuff. And he was talking about how you go figure out what makes you happy and I'll go do what makes me happy. Right.
Yeah.
And we saw what was making him happy. Like he was jumping off towers, going to space, doing all these things that a non-cheating black man would do.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jada's getting her back blown out. Like, I'm like, what's happening?
definitely better verbiage could have been used. It could have been stayed at we separated, we had issues, and that was my relationship why we were separated. Not you didn't make me happy, he did, and then like the first two couple minutes of the interview, they just played down on August like he was sick.
Yeah,
all of us
their
helped him. The whole
description of
family
him
helped him. Was like
their description of August Alsina reminded me of Smokey off of New Jack or whatever. Pookie off of New Jack. Like, bruh, like how much weight did you lose, August?
Like they were just like we all helped him. He was
they said it
sick,
together. They were like sick. I'm like, he had that shit. Like, how sick we talking? Like,
I don't know.
Chadwick Boseman today sick? Like, what are we doing?
Bro, but a lot of females are on her side posting all this stuff.
That's to be expected. Like, I hate how they like rallied together and like, yeah, they were broken up. According to this marriage paper, they were together. Now, had it been Dr. Dre, they'd been all over that, you know? But whatever. I was blown back by the way how cold she was.
And it was hard to stay away. I didn't do it, but I'm like, man, don't make Will a meme right now. But it is what it is. Like, it's the internet.
I'm happy to see the Jada memes, but yeah, the Will memes, they're not really going in on Will, but
it's the crying phase.
It's more of from the, I hope you don't become like the new Jordan crying emoji. Oh man, I would never use that meme if that happens. But
you're saying that now, I think you would. Knowing you, you'll give it a little space, couple months.
Yeah.
Pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, but out of respect for Will, I'm definitely glad nobody's like cussing her out, you know? Yeah. Calling her all these names. But man, that's sad. Shout out to Will Smith though. What a good man. Yeah. He was on a great run. He was on like the LeBron James of movies run right now. He was like impeccable. He had no blemish on his record or anything.
Even beyond that, you know, like the stuff he's doing, jumping out of the helicopters over the Grand Canyon, and
making people happy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in August is making Jada happy. Like, this is crazy.
Well, no one made her happy for a while, supposedly.
Like, I'm sorry, I gotta record a movie. Like, I'm providing for this mansion. You're getting your back blown out in. Like, what are we doing? Like, I hate it here.
Have you seen that entanglement like meme going around? Well, that's how Alicia Keys and Swiss started.
Yes,
entanglement.
Like, I hope they get on Alicia Keys because that man stiller. Like, we don't even get on her. She did it early though, I guess. But yeah, damn. And then before we get off this, they had the nerve to compare Jada. I keep wanting to call her Jaden. Yeah. They had the nerve to compare Jada to Erykah Badu. Like, which female is more like seductress or whatever? Yeah. That is clearly Erykah Badu. She does all these things.
Didn't she release
magical powers?
Perfume? Yes, and it's sold out like in 5 minutes.
The vaginal smelling cologne. Yeah, no. Who wants Jada's?
I remember when it came out. Well, not when it came out. When it announced it wasn't going to release, we're like, who's going to buy it? And then the day of release sold out like in fucking an hour.
Well, there's your answer. Like, yeah, don't ever compare her to Erykah Badu. That's crazy.
But Erykah Badu's been doing some interviews with people like, that dude that plays
the crazy guy.
Yeah, that he plays the piano is like crazy background all the time, or he just.
You talking about the naked guy, right?
Yeah, he's always or he ends up shirtless.
The dude that be posting. He had an album. Y'all trashed it.
What's his name?
I don't know his name.
You don't even know his name.
No, he's a weird name. He makes beats, but he makes like organic beats and then puts them together. He was on Sway.
I've seen him do Kanye beats.
He don't sample. Who'd he sample?
Kanye.
Okay.
It was like an episode dedicated to Kanye.
So is it a Kanye sample or an original sample if you're sampling Kanye?
It's Kanye sample.
How?
Because you're sampling from Kanye's sample.
That doesn't make
because
sense.
You're not sampling from the original. Kanye created another sound with it, so he's sampling from that sound Kanye created.
Oh, okay. So it's a partial sample, like a detective.
It's a detective.
But anyway, switching since we're on music, I was on YouTube scouring the earth for different things that's going on in the world, and I feel like we don't talk about him a lot anymore because he's like on the right path. But shout out to Boot Game.
Who?
John Gabbana. I know nobody talks about him anymore. The Boom Gang, you don't. That's so crazy that you don't know who he is.
Nah, I saw the video you sent me.
He's a chronic shoplifter. He steals everything. Like, I think. Let me rattle off some of the stuff I've seen him steal. He steals on camera. His first crime
on camera.
Yeah, his first crime. I think.
So was he surprised when he was caught and convicted?
Nah, he stole from Popeyes. He stole some donuts. He stole
What'd
a
you say for
haircut.
Popeyes?
I think
That chicken sandwich.
yeah, no, he went in there mad. He's like, I make it myself. He stole some tattoos, I believe.
He
Like
still
I think he stole a car. He got in a car with this FedEx driver, but he got out. But like he's a chronic thief. Like he steals everything. I'm surprised you've never heard of him. But anyway, so
Did you know he did music?
yeah, he did music. Like I think that was kind of his come up. But like when he was doing music, when he was stealing, this shit was trash. But I think also because he was on drugs, it kind of hurt his sound.
Mm-hmm.
But now that he's off of drugs and stuff, he has this one song. It's called "Going Up." I sent it to you. Did you like it?
I did like it, but I would have liked it better without the music video.
I don't remember
The music video was very, I mean, I guess contradicting, but it was funny. He was talking about like it's just me and my, basically that he doesn't trust anyone.
Yeah.
That only a few people around him. But the music video, he got like freaking 3 dozen people around him chilling.
Wow.
And then he's like, I'm on probation. I gotta behave. And then he's holding a gun in the. Like,
it wasn't a real gun.
It was a BB gun.
It was a freaking.
It was
prop.
Slim Jesus.
Like stop snitching. But I like that song, and he had another song called "Sad Song," but it was more depressing than anything.
It's called "Sad Song."
Yeah, it makes sense. But
at least he lived up to the title.
Did you? It was weird because I was gonna ask, what are your thoughts on him changing his life around? But it's crazy that you've never heard.
How long
of him.
has he been out?
He didn't go to jail for a long time. He just got in. He's a petty criminal. He's not going to jail for life.
So how do you know he's changed? Like
like he's doing. It's just if you've seen him before to how he is now, you would know. Like he was on drugs.
Like you see the evolution, like Gucci Man. You see the difference
exactly
without knowing. You just see it.
Well, no, you know by seeing it. Like yeah, you have to follow him in order to know. But like he does construction now. He has all these face tattoos, so it's kind of hard for him to like get a job now. But
once they get the face, you know what they want to do in life.
It's hard to like do other stuff. But I think it's good that he's like changed his life around, and I hope that most of his music is like going up because I like that song, and I look forward to a good feel good story like a Gucci Man story. I'm always championing those type of people, you know.
True.
Yeah, I hope he don't fall off the wagon. I don't think he is though.
If he starts gaining a good income from music,
yeah.
I think it'll be hard for him to fall off the wagon to do what he was doing.
Yeah, especially it's more of like a grown. You can tell like it helped him grow.
He'll pay for his Popeyes now.
Yeah, I hope he's paying for everything now. But
don't let him go to self checkout though.
Yeah, man. Shout out to John Gabbana. Follow him on YouTube. He has a nice little YouTube channel too. And then we got Juice WRLD Legend Never Die album review. What'd you think
crazy.
about
We talked about it last week, like before they announced it. We brought it up before they announced it, and then it was that week.
It's the cost of living in the future.
It was good, but it was way too long for me.
Yeah.
It sounded repetitive towards the end because it was basically the same style of beats.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the beats, but I felt like 40 minutes would have done. It was an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
It was definitely some songs could have came off on it. It matched the tone I thought it would be. I told you before it came out, I expect something kind of depressing or sad that puts you in that mood. There was a couple of songs in there that kind of lift you up a little bit overall. It had that kind of vibe to it.
Yeah.
It was good. It was what I was expecting, but definitely too long. Yeah. You think they're doing that for all, like, a lot of the postmortem albums are long.
I don't know.
I mean, Max was, Pop Smoke was, his was.
I could see them putting a long project out to give people like a variety of sounds.
But it wasn't variety in here.
Maybe to them, they're hoping it would be. But for me, I thought I'm not really a fan of like his music. I liked Stay High on this song. That was my favorite song out of all the other ones. But it's not really that he makes bad music per se. And it's like it's just too polished, you know? He sounds too good on these songs to me. And like I don't really get like for a Mac Miller, if you listen to a Mac Miller song, you can feel like pain and stuff in his music.
Well, to me, the big difference is Mac Miller, you can tell in the music selection, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
Mac Miller has a good level of instruments in there to just complete like beats, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's easier to convey your emotion because you feel it more.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was good. It was what I was expected. I like it. I don't know what his style is considered. It's not mumble rap. It's not like the regular hip hop out right now.
He could definitely cross over for like alternative or rock.
Yeah, he could have done that because there's a couple songs that went a little rockish on it.
Yeah.
He's like a more teamed X where it's not so outside the box.
Yeah, I can get that.
But I mean, I liked it. I gave it a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave it a 5. I'm gonna have to like listen to it more because like this one and then the other album he dropped, they just don't hit for me, you know. And then like knowing that he died, listening to that music is just it puts you in like a sad like
it does. It's
like
especially
mindset,
some of
you know?
like the lyrics he talks about. The intro too about you can overcome anything, do what you want. I'm like,
and then you got like Lil Dicky was on there, talking about how quick he would make music. I'm like, damn, that sucks to like hear that on like a postmortem album, you know, because you know like you're never gonna get like new material from that artist again.
To me, the toughest one to get through was a single that dropped a while back. Was Righteous.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was dropped or it was leaked about like the pills he would take just to because of the feelings he would have and take all that. I'm like,
like it's hard to like listen to that. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it? I gotta play it like maybe in a different vibe, but yeah.
The one thing is that was his style. So it's not like because he passed away, the label didn't want to recreate his mindset. Like that was his mindset.
Yeah.
It was what it was. Like Mac Miller, when they released, was it Circles this year?
Yeah.
Same thing. That was his mindset. So they just let it be.
And it's wild. He's from New York too, right?
I actually don't know where he's
I want to say he was from New York. I want to say it was because I want to say one of the songs they were talking about that.
He's from Chicago.
He's from Chicago. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that was Pop Smoke's in it. But I was going to say that sucks. New York is like having a hard time with like popping artists and them passing away.
Yeah.
But man, R.I.P. to Pop Smokes though. It was a nice album.
Juice WRLD.
And Juice WRLD. It was a nice album. It just didn't hit for me because of like all the emotions attached to it and how clean it sounded, you know? I like music where you can feel like their pain and their emotion in it, you know?
You don't want it too polished?
Yeah, nah. But yeah. And then Summer Walker she dropped a little sampler.
Bro, I don't know.
Life on Earth.
I don't know how she did it, man. She fit 40 minutes of listening in 16 minutes. That sounded long-winded for 16 minutes.
I blame the features.
Like it sound like if you heard that without a clock, did you think it was 60 minutes? No. It felt at least 30.
Maybe the beats were too slow for you?
A little. I do like the first and last song, how she actually used like a guitar as an intro.
I hate that. I was going to trash it like when it first started because I don't like that guitar acoustic.
You always say you don't like guitar. I don't know how.
And it's that type of guitar, that acoustic guitar.
Acoustic?
Yeah. I was just watching Kimbo the other day. Did I post a Kimbo Slice thing in the chat? I think I did.
That was someone else.
No, I said Kimbo has the best and worst UFC fights.
No, you replied to that. Somebody posted it.
That was me, fool.
I think it was Kenny.
No, that was literally me. Anyway, we see.
Don't let him steal your credit, Kenny.
We got the TV going on in here and stuff's popping up. But yeah, Summer Walker, I think she has a terrible pick selection for features.
Wasn't it too? Was it like no Noah and Party?
He sounded Noah sounded. He was on there twice. He sounded like a knockoff Drake whenever he would start singing. And then I just hate Party Next Door. Like I don't like any feature that Party Next Door does. He messes them all up.
I don't know why you hate Party so much.
He can't sing. That's literally Kimbo Slice.
The way Party puts his music together, it works.
It does not work.
Not everyone can sing right now. Not everyone can sing.
Why would you? So are you saying
you're not gonna be able to do it? You need his.
So are you saying skills. He can't sing?
No, he can't. But
so you agree he can't sing?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
But the way he puts the music out, it's fine.
It's not.
Yeah.
It really isn't. But other than that, I thought like minus the guitar stuff and the bad features.
That's 50% of the 60 minutes.
And the 2 songs that we have left, it was nice, you know?
I gave that shit like a 5.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really rate a sampler because it's a sampler. What is it like? What do you get? A 1 out of 5? I give it a 3.
I don't know. It felt, I don't know. I expected something better.
Do you think she's gonna switch up her style?
Maybe because it felt a little less R&B than I wanted, which is weird. Like especially with the guitars and stuff, it was more of like the R&B alternative R&B pop. I don't know if that makes sense. Like it wasn't just R&B vibe I got. There was every little like other things to it.
Yeah, I got mainly R&B though. And then you got Kid Cudi and Eminem. They dropped the Adventures of Moon Man and Slim. I thought the way that they were talking about it was going to be a collab album. Did you think that, or did you know it was going to be a single?
I knew it was going to be a single. I saw it on the list that had singles and albums.
I hate when they say they got a collab coming because like
that's a collab.
Like a collab could be What a Time to Be Alive,
I guess.
So like I just hate when they do that because then I see it, I'm like, where the rest of it?
So so you're saying what's the difference between on a single? What's the difference between a collab and a feature?
No, I just when they say like when they put out the news like that, I would just want them to be more specific. They have a single together.
It dropped. They said our single is dropping.
I didn't see that. All I saw was Kid Cudi and Eminem got a collab. You just
got shared posts. You didn't go to the
exactly.
Source.
I'm not
even go to the source.
I'm not fishing for like what's new. I just find it.
You literally said you fished for what's new, or like 10 minutes ago.
Like I fished on YouTube for like videos. I'm not fishing for music. But what do you think of the song? I know you said you hated it.
Cudi killed it.
Did he kill it though?
I don't like collabs like that where it's just like they just trade. They each had 2 minutes and then Cudi kind of ended it and it was it. Like there was no, they didn't have to be in the same space. There was no actual collaboration in it. They each did their own thing.
What do you want them to do? Like Jadakiss and Styles P?
Yeah, go back and forth.
Who else does that?
Kanye and Jay-Z?
I don't remember. They didn't do that on every song.
On the majority of
That's
it.
Not normal.
And it's an album.
That's not normal though. So you're comparing it to an album. That doesn't make sense.
I'm just saying, like, you act like no one does it.
But you act like that's like everyone does it.
Especially since they each had like 2 damn minutes. But that beat was very fitting to Cudi. Like I liked the way he rolled the beat. Like it was nice.
It seemed like it was a Cudi song featuring Eminem.
Yep.
Like, what do you expect?
It was the first 2.5 minutes. I re-listened to it a couple times.
Who had the better verse?
Cudi.
Why?
Because it's Cudi.
Okay, but yeah, I think Eminem killed it. I like it.
Bias ass.
How he literally rapped better than Kid Cudi. No, he didn't bring anything better than Kid Cudi.
He's just always like on inside because no one's on inside but you.
No, what are you talking about? It's not who's on whose side. It's literally who had the better verse.
Okay, I'll let you think that.
If Kid Cudi had the better bars, then I would have said Kid Cudi. So, did you hear what Eminem said?
Oh, no, it's him. No.
Oh, so you're.
I can probably say half the stuff he said without knowing what he said.
So you didn't even listen to the Eminem song.
Skimmed it.
So you're judging it based on partial information.
I heard enough,
and I'm biased.
I heard enough.
Okay. Well, yeah, I thought Eminem did a good job. I liked how it wasn't like he overtook. I like how he does that, and then Kendrick Lamar does that too, where they have so much to pick from as far as their styles, but they match the song of the person that they're on.
Yeah,
that's kind of what he did.
I did like that he did that. There was he only did it for maybe a bar or two on Eminem where he went double time. Other than that, he really stayed away from it.
You said he sounded lazy. Now you're saying you liked it?
I like that he didn't do double time like the whole time.
Oh,
like
okay.
He just did it for a bar or two.
Okay. So you did listen to it.
Yeah. I'm just letting
you're a chronic liar. Like you're everywhere.
Bruh.
I thought it was good. I liked how
you asked me if I can recite something he said. I said no.
I didn't say
you said what did he talk about? I don't remember what he talked about.
I said, did you listen to the song? You said no, not really.
Bruh.
You high today? You okay?
I'm great, bro.
But I liked how Eminem talked about like the social injustice thing too. Like I didn't see that coming.
The fuck Drew Brees or what did he say about him?
Threw that in there. That was quick.
It was just like
I think he's the only one that said that so far.
I forgot. Like it was a good play that led up to it, but I forgot what he said that led up to it. And then I knew it was going somewhere. And he's like, "Fuck," I'm like, "Bro, like Drew Brees apologized. Like
that lets
he's trying. He's trying.
Lets you know Drew Brees is not winning his division this year. We ain't forgetting. Like he's gonna get sacked.
Drew Brees is gonna win the division.
He's gonna get.
He's gonna win the division. Want to put something on that?
No, because you don't. Because
you know what? I'm not okay. We won't go there.
And then and then you got T.I. calling out 50 Cent for like a versus battle. That versus battle got warrants for your arrest all over it. Like,
bro,
who?
Yeah.
You got to get some insurance for that one.
And it's 50. Like, it's so funny. Like, 50 doesn't respond with words. He responds with memes. Like,
yeah, and this isn't. He gonna do it for like 3 years. You've signed up for 3 years of trolling.
He's like, in 2 years from now, I remember that one time he thought he can challenge me.
Like, so who would you take out of 50 Cent or T.I. in a versus battle?
I'm gonna take T.I.
I would take 50.
Now, I don't think whoever wins, it's not gonna be like a easy clear cut win. I think that it's a good matchup. I think 50 has a clear cut win.
I think so.
Really?
I think 50 has way more hits, and like, yeah, I think 50 has way more hits than T.I. Outside of 50 Cent's hits, they're kind of repetitive because they're like the gang member, I'm gonna shoot you up type songs. But he does, like, when he got to Massacre, he had more of a variety of different songs. He had like Window Shopper, Candy Shop. I think he was dissing people on those songs too.
Regardless, I feel it's gonna be a good. I think it'll be a good match.
Yeah.
Now everything I've heard has just been, oh, T.I. challenged him and he's making fun of T.I.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually heard what 50 actually said. Have you?
No. I think it feels like it might be promotion to build up the versus battle. Because 50 Cent does like a lot of like promotions and stuff before he does. So that might be what he's doing. But I would definitely take 50 Cent in that one. And then you got rumblings of another G Unit member, Lloyd Banks. There's some info on the wire of people talking about that happening. Who would you want to see Lloyd Banks do a versus battle? Obviously, they can't go 20 hits. maybe a nickel. We got 5.
It's gonna be like they would have to do his battle before an actual battle, like the warm up.
Yeah, this is definitely opening act versus
opening act, right?
G Unit presents Lloyd Banks. I would put him against Mims or maybe a Chingy.
Bruh, Chingy had some songs. Like, you remember what I forgot that video you sent like a while back? Like, where are they now?
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And then, so like, so since I saw the whole interview with him, I'm like, man, I haven't listened in a while. I looked him up. He had more hits than I thought. Like,
yeah,
but still, it's nowhere near close to like what a versus battle would be.
But does Lloyd Banks even have hits?
No, he has songs. He has music.
Like, when you think of Lloyd Banks, does any bars jump off the page for you?
No.
Damn, that sucks. I think Young Buck would probably be a good versus battle with Lloyd Banks, like an internal G Unit versus battle. I think I would take Young Buck though.
They're just air the winner, not even the match.
Yeah, as long as Young Buck pulls up with that spinner chain, he might have it. I might go Young Buck.
He's gonna do that at the end of every song.
Yeah, like, oh, it still spins. Shout out to Spreewell. And then switching to sports, we got the biggest Super Bowl caliber contract with Patrick Mahomes. He signs a 10-year, $450 million contract.
Up to $503 million with incentives.
Yeah, if you're doing incentives, sure.
You don't think he's gonna earn those incentives? I think he will.
You know what the incentives are?
Nah, but I have trust in him.
I trust
in him.
I think part of the incentives are he has to get to the Super Bowl. He has to be MVP each year. Like, bro, come on, give me a break here. What are we talking about? I put the link in there. So, and then, do you think this is a good deal to take if you're Patrick Mahomes?
Yes, I think so.
Why?
How much is that for? Let me see.
Wow, you're really calculating his pockets.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I think he undersold himself.
How much of it's guaranteed? Do you know?
100 and something. 100 and something.
I mean, is that like 110 or 190?
No, like, I want to say 140.
Nah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm right. It's 140 guaranteed.
He did well.
Man, it reminds me of
what if he gets hurt? He has 140 million guaranteed.
It reminds me of a Master P thing he said on, I want to say it was a Solange record, how they tried to buy him for $1 million, and he was like, that means I'm worth $2 million. That kind of reminds me of this.
Bro, in sports, man, quarterbacks, running backs, their careers normally don't last long. They're a hit away from an injury. I think he did really well. 140 mil guaranteed. That's what I'm looking at, because he might not get the whole 450, 500, but he's getting that 140 guaranteed.
You don't think he could have got the 140 guaranteed if he did a shorter deal?
No.
That's ridiculous. So 80 million guaranteed for like a shorter contract for 4 years.
For 4 years? And
for 5 years.
Yeah.
Chop that contract down to 5 years. 80 million guaranteed.
He's making 45 a year without incentives.
Or 70 million guaranteed.
45 a year without incentives. He's good.
I think he understands it. Because next year or whenever the cap spikes up, if the corona thing doesn't have anything to say about it, his contract in like what 6 years, 4 years is probably gonna look.
Even if they in 5 years, half a decade, you have no idea his playing ability in 5 years.
You think he's gonna fall off a cliff?
No, I don't.
How old is Patrick
But I'm saying
Mahomes?
you have no idea what his playing ability is.
That's with everybody though.
That's why I'm saying he did good. Locked in 10-year deal, 140 guaranteed.
If
he's probably what, third year in the league. I mean, they can't come out to the junior year, so he's probably 26 ish.
I don't know if he's 26,
25, 26.
I think I want to say he's 25.
Yeah, somewhere because they have to do 3 years. They can't do one and done like the NBA.
But yeah, if I'm Patrick Mahomes, he's 24 years old.
Good.
I'm 24. I'm 24 years old.
140 million.
I'm on top of the league. Like
getting money.
I think he shorted himself.
Nah,
it's not that impressive. I feel like we're gonna be having this conversation down the road about how he should have took a shorter deal and maximized
we'll pin this for 5 years.
Yeah, and maximized his profitability.
He'll just pull and make salad. I want a new deal. I'll restructure. That happens a lot.
So then that goes to show that I was right then, right?
If he restructures and he stayed good, then yeah.
Okay.
But say his ability isn't where it was, he's not as productive, or just say there was a franchise change and he doesn't have, even if he's good, he doesn't have the pieces around him like Aaron Rodgers.
But nobody's like trying to undersell Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers isn't getting that money.
He's not the next guy up.
No, but I'm saying is that Aaron Rodgers was like on top of the league for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the pieces around him just wasn't working. So he wasn't winning as much.
Okay.
So that can happen also to Patrick Mahomes. But he's still getting his pay.
Oh, no.
Like he locked himself. He's good.
Yeah, well, I guess. This reminds me of like the Magic Johnson contract. $25 million for 25 years.
Like that's no, but it's crazy because have you seen those 80s and 90s NBA players, what they made?
No.
Like Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan made
like $1 million or $2 million or something like that, right?
He made I don't quote me, but I want to say around 20 million throughout his whole tenure.
Yeah.
When like they're getting that in a year now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like
inflation, bro. Like
inflation.
That's good. I'd hate for Patrick Mahomes to be that guy. You know?
Now you know why all those 80s and 90s people are on every sports show. Like
yeah, they let you know like that money, the tap is dry.
And but so I like this deal for Dak. You know why?
A 10-year deal for Dak?
No, I like that Patrick Mahomes did his deal. Because everyone's like, oh, now you have to pay Dak more.
Yeah, Dak's a $1 billion player now.
Dak knows he is not worth what Patrick Mahomes is worth.
Okay.
He is not worth it. So
okay, I was saying 200 billion. Like
45.
Come on.
Okay, so he's getting that 45 a year.
Okay.
He's not going to get that. He's not worth what Patrick Mahomes is.
Okay.
So give him that 38, call it a day, and just let's start the season.
All right, so
let's create a bubble and let's go.
All right, so you're saying Dak's not worth 45, right? Yeah. So what type of contract we're talking? 9 years? So I'm not worth 10.
I'm not talking about length of contract. I'm talking about per year.
All right, so 42 million over 9 years. At least give me 378.
Why would he do 9 years? I don't want Dak for 9 years.
Just give me $378 million and call it a day, bro.
No, I don't want Dak for 9 years.
I agree. I'm not Patrick Mahomes, but I'm Dak Prescott. 378 over 9, $42 million, 150 guarantee.
We'll give him 39.
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes guaranteed 140. All right, I'll give you a haircut. I'll take 130 guaranteed.
Nah, I'll give him 99.
9.5 years.
9.5
final offer. Like, bro.
All I'm saying is this sets a bar that he can't pass.
Nobody's passing. Well,
no one's gonna. He hasn't had his contract.
Lamar
yet.
Jackson. I don't know. Well,
but that's in a couple years.
They're playing him though. They're starting to put like the bug in his ear. Like, we still don't trust that you can throw. Did you see that? Like the anonymous coachings and their worries about him being a quality quarterback. I think that's trash.
He needs another year, and let's go from there.
So since Cam's year is going to be coming up in a year,
look at like man, 42 mil, then Cam's getting that 500K.
Bro,
you gotta pay for his dinner.
Can you imagine standing on the Eiffel Tower looking down at Cam? Like, that's the difference of like the money.
He's like, "You're Superman."
That's wild. Oh man, I feel bad. But anyway, and then we got the NBA. We're getting closer to tip off.
I am confused with the bubble. I gotta look at what the initial reports was. They're gonna have Disney World as their bubble. So Disney World reopened.
You see people walking by.
Yeah, it opened.
How did Mickey Mouse get in here?
So are they closing one of the theme parks and that's their bubble? Or is there like where's their bubble at in Disney World now?
Yeah, that's wild. It opened today.
Yeah.
No, did you even hear news of that happening? Like that was
I shared it with you, like 3 articles.
No, you shared it today, but I'm saying, like, did you hear about it coming? Like,
it was gonna open? No,
hey,
I didn't hear anything.
Hey guys, we're gonna be opening up.
Who got them season passes?
Like, they must have looked their cable bill. They're like, damn, electricity's kind of high when nobody's here.
What happened? Like, I thought the NBA paid like $3 billion to move the.
They paid them.
Everything.
And it's wild because the NBA, not the NBA, but ESPN or whatever, is owned by Disney.
Yeah,
but I guess the NBA is not owned by Disney, which is, I guess that's not
NBA
weird.
Or ESPN?
ESPN I know is, but
yeah,
it's weird that I guess it's weird how money works with different organizations.
It's just contract. NBA has a contract with ESPN,
which is owned by Disney.
Yeah, but NBA has multiple contracts. They have a TV contract with TNT.
Yeah,
they have one with ESPN because they air a certain percentage of games.
Yeah. But that's wild. I'd be so pissed. Like, when did this happen? Y'all got fans walking up to my door.
Where's the bubble?
Like they coughing and the wind's carrying it to my dorm.
They're like, why are the fans eating better than us?
Yeah. Did you see? That's so funny. Did you see like people complaining about the food that they're getting?
I saw that, bro.
They're getting prison sandwiches.
Like that free lunch at school, bro.
Like,
no, it looked like that lunch where you didn't pay for your lunch. You got the sandwich. Like,
did you see? J.R. Smith when he posted their little nap blankets, the little blankets, they're in these little packages, and it says NBA logo on it. It's so small, it's plush, but it's so little. Like,
you know, LeBron didn't post this because he has a private chat.
He said that he was like, I know LeBron and AD ain't getting this. That was so funny.
Kyrie, where you at? Speak up.
But do you think them eating poverty meals really upsets their like kind of takes away from that asterisk? Like, bro,
hey man, they need their calories.
I'm getting 10 grams of protein a day. Like, I gotta work hard.
They just give us water.
Like, no sous chefs, just the lunch lady.
Who posted a day that the one I tagged you in? That was I'm a ramen guy.
Yeah. He was a rookie though. Yeah, bro, you just got out of college. Of course you're on ramen.
Yeah, he's a ramen guy. He's like, I don't need a silver spoon. I need ramen.
Get out of here. That's why you ain't winning. Like, what? I think it was Ja Morant.
Yeah, yeah.
Bruh, you're a rookie. You making money like the rest of us. But yeah, and then you got Dwight Howard. He said he's taking his bubble to the bubble. Do you think that's conflicting with his agreements to Kyrie, who can't play either way?
Because who said it? I forgot who said it on the Clippers. If LeBron says we're playing, we're playing.
That was Patrick Beverley.
Was it? It is. There's truth to that. LeBron said, "Let's play." Dwight Howard's not going to go miss.
But Bradley Beal's not playing. He played for the Lakers.
But I think for Dwight Howard, like where he is in his career, he can't pass this up, and this is probably gonna be one of his best chances to get a ring.
Yeah, that's true. He doesn't have a ring, right?
No,
he's never won a ring. That's wild. Do you think the Lakers have the best chance to win with all this adversity, even over the Clippers?
Yeah,
that's wild. The other guy would disagree with you.
And you would wait to pick your answer till the game's over.
Bro, I said at the beginning of the year, I'm picking the Lakers.
I said Utah beginning of the year.
And
I'm right with that.
So, okay. So you don't think the Lakers have the best chance?
I do.
I don't understand
I'm
what
not
you're talking about.
You asked me if I think Lakers have the best chance. Yeah. But before the year started, I said I hope the Jazz win because I feel like they'll be a good upset.
It wasn't like I hope they win, but
if they win, I was right. If they don't win, I said the Lakers right now.
Like, that's literally the definition of flip flopping. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm just giving myself chances.
Like, what are you doing?
I'm giving myself chances. You never
fiddling.
know.
Why are you fiddling?
I want to do that so you can hear me better.
Oh my
Utah
God.
will win it all,
but not if the Lakers win.
Yeah, now if the Lakers win,
I can't. Okay, and then you got I didn't really pay attention to this player, Marker Maker. Have you watched him?
He's at center, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I was looking at. He's ranked like 16th, 17th.
I said that he was like scouted at 12th, but tomato. He committed to Howard. I think that's cool.
That's good. Is good.
Do you think this is more of a statement, or like does it help his chances?
I don't think it hurts him.
Going at 12?
Yeah.
You don't think he's gonna fall because of like this competition?
No, it's the NCAA. As long as they do enough to make March Madness,
yeah,
you're good.
Okay. Man, so in the NFL, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I know we come on every week and we talk about the status of that. It doesn't feel like it's gonna happen.
Oh, one thing I shared with you this week, I think it was this week, is that. So I don't know. That's the first time I read. So the NFL hasn't publicized that, but the Baltimore Ravens did when they said about their season ticket holders that they're deferring everyone to next year.
Yeah,
because the NFL put a cap on audience of 14,000.
Oh yeah.
So to me that's interesting. I thought the initial plan would be no audience until other stuff happens, but we can have games. But the initial thing is no audience.
Like, how do you social distance 14,000 people?
Well, I mean, most of these places fit 80,000.
Like getting them through the doors, getting them through the halls, getting them to their seats.
I don't see it happening. Like that's why for me, I thought it would have been like, to me, it would have been like 14,000. That's if certain statistics changed in our favor for the coronavirus. But our initial plan is no audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's the backup if it does happen.
Yeah.
But supposedly it's 14,000 is going to be the cap. So who knows?
That's not going to happen.
Like I can understand 14,000 people sitting, but like you said, getting there and getting into the game, the concession stand, like or just whatever.
That's a lot of movement, like free movement.
Yeah, even they're like, oh well, we're gonna have concessions, like actually like everything. You can have someone selling the beer and stuff, but that person's walking around with everyone.
You're basically interacting this one carrier going around. It's like the mailman.
Yeah,
it's wild.
So I don't know, but the funny thing is, I honestly maybe it fell through the cracks. I did not read that anywhere until Baltimore Ravens published that for their season tickets holder.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. And then you got UFC coming up. You don't really follow UFC, do you?
Nah.
So you got Kamaru Usman. He's fighting. I call him Jorge
today, right?
Masvidal
today, right?
Yeah, it's at 9:00 p.m. Do you watch them?
No.
So in any other scenario, I would take Masvidal, but he had to step into the fight, so he's like a last minute replacement for the other guy. I don't know why the other guy didn't step in or why he stepped out. But Masvidal, he like signed up a week before the fight and he had to drop 20 pounds.
That's a lot.
That's crazy.
Is this going to be on Fight Island?
Yeah, it's going to be on Fight Island. So I'm going to take Kamar, but it would be crazy. I would see the Masvidal as an upset if he wins.
I do want to see at least clips on it because I want to see how's it set up, like the actual like venue or what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we on the sand, Mortal Kombat, know, or what are we doing?
And I was watching an interview with the one guy that always fought that John Jones was going to fight. The guy who fought him and didn't fight. And then the shorter guy with the mole on his face.
I don't know.
Anyway, he was talking on an interview. He was saying like most fighters, they drop weight like that, like literally the week before they fight, which was interesting to hear. Like they drop 20 pounds in 1 week for a fight.
A lot of it's going to be water weight.
That's what he said, but that's still like, that's exhausting.
If they do a fast and like a water weight, like a water, like some type of water diet, they can do that.
And have you seen them? Like, have you seen the videos of how they cut?
No,
I forgot who it was. So they go into this sauna, they wrap them in like these towels. They go in the sauna for like an hour. They come out. unwrap them, they put them back in. So it's like very extreme. And some people like pass out because they're dropping weight too quick. But like they show you the guy he went in at this one weight, and you watch him the whole time, like throughout the week of him going in and out, and you see his body mass just like drop. It's
just give
crazy.
him Herbalife.
It's crazy. But they also said like by the time that the fight starts, he'll probably balloon back up to like 180.
So it's just for the weight.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
gonna have the weight on you when it comes. Like
it's crazy, but that'd be an interesting fight. I'm definitely, just because of how quick Masvidal had to get into the fight, I'm taking Kamaru Usman for that one. But yeah.
Have y'all seen like those Kimbo Slice videos like on YouTube back in the day?
Yeah,
somebody posted it in our group chat.
It was literally me. I was posting it yesterday.
Not you.
I was telling them like Kimbo Slice, like when he went into the UFC, he has like the best fight and the worst fight that I've ever seen. Like his first one, did you see the one where he fought? I want to say his name was Tank
Abbott.
Yeah, you see that fight?
No,
I don't remember.
I've seen highlights of it.
Much as, like, I remember his YouTube videos. Like that's when I first had seen.
Yeah,
him
me too.
And Masvidal. Like that's how I first like knew who Masvidal was when they were showing his videos.
I saw the Masvidal one. That one was interesting. The dude was like bigger than him too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought when they were talking about it, I thought he actually fought Kimbo Slice, but no, Kimbo Slice was like the manager of the fight that day. But Kimbo Slice was so big back then. He was super strong too. You remember Kimbo Slice? You watch fights?
Yeah, I remember Kimbo.
Yeah, the Tank one when he first went into UFC, I watched that one. I think that was like my first UFC fight I ever watched. I was so excited for him. And then do you know who Dada 5000 is?
Nah, I don't know who that is.
He's a street fighter too, but he fought Kimbo Slice. That's like the worst UFC fight you'll ever watch, bro. They were exhausted. It was so funny to watch. Like the dude, he won by survivaling. Like he dropped
not
down.
Even submission, just survival.
It was so funny though, and the crowd was booing him and everything. It was hilarious. But Kimbo Slice wasn't that big at that point. But it's funny. He definitely has the worst and best fight that I've seen in a while. Do you watch fights a lot, Victor?
Lately I've been watching a few, but I really haven't watched a whole lot in the past.
Do you have like 3 top UFC fighters that
really? I started following this more like after I seen Masvidal like pretty much last year. Like he's what like brought me closer into the sport.
Yeah.
Before that, like I'd see Conor whenever he was fighting. Like you know, like big pay-per-view names, like I'd go over to like a buddy's house to watch. But I can't say I have like a favorite that I've really like rooted for over the years.
Like for me, my 3 would be
Conor.
Conor, Kimbo Slice, and the dude, I forgot his name. He was in wrestling and then he went over.
Oh, is that Brock Lesnar?
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, he's kind of tight.
I like brawlers, I think. Then
like, what are your 3 favorite active?
I don't think I have one right now.
I remember Brock Lesnar. I remember his first UFC fight.
He's big, bro, and he was quick.
Yeah.
Like,
did he do well in UFC?
Yeah, he was. I think he was heavyweight champion for a while.
Didn't Goldberg try UFC too?
I think he tried it. Batista tried it.
Yeah.
CM Punk tried UFC for a little
I didn't watch his, but I heard he wasn't that good.
Didn't do good.
Batista, I watched one of his fights, but he looked slow. But like Brock Lesnar,
what do you expect? I mean,
Brock Lesnar though, he's huge. I think he's bigger than Batista.
But Brock Lesnar I don't think Brock Lesnar had actual wrestling background.
What did Batista have?
WWE background. WWE
what background. What are you talking about?
WWE, that's it.
What does WWE stand for?
Some of them aren't trained like for like college trained and all that.
Okay, bro, he really said that.
I'll look it up.
Oh my, he said he had wrestling background.
Real wrestling.
Okay. But anyway, before we wrap up, where can people check us out at?
YouTube, Spotify. Listen to our shows there, then watch our shows on YouTube. Leave comments, engage. If you want to catch us on social media, we have Trump the Mic Podcast on IG and Facebook.
Yeah, and definitely check us out on YouTube. Engage in the comments. We like to talk to strangers. Thanks for checking out our show. We'll see y'all next week.